Boom, let's go live. We are live on the internet. What's up, everybody? Let me double check my audio and see what's going on here. Yep, we got the right microphone on. And I am DTM Delta Tango Mike. We're live once again from Binders. We're sitting here in Binders, and we got a couple folks hanging out with us today. So we're definitely going to have a lively conversation dealing with digital art and using the devices that you have now to create art. No need to go out there and buy the latest and the greatest, even though it's nice. If you have the budget, go ahead and buy me one too. But man, there's so much stuff you can do with the basic devices that you have, and so that's what we're here to talk about at Binders today. Check out the calendar on the page at vectormaestros.com. There is an in real life events tab. Check that out. Under the sessions tab, you'll see the live events, and you'll see when I am here locally in Atlanta to hang out and talk about art. In the meantime, there's a few things that I want you to know about, and I'm gonna jump into it before we go into what's today's agenda. Oh, I got some stuff to share. All right. Basically, check out the Discord. We have a Discord. We have a few channels in the Discord where we're constantly sharing work in progress artwork. We are sharing a movie night once a week and hanging out in where I stream. And I'm actually, it should have been streaming there today, and I didn't. And that's because this one's going to be a short stream anyway. Oh, man, but we got RB, Gareth already joining us. Oh, my gosh, you guys are cool. Odari in the house. Yay, yay. And you know what? I think Odari just finished streaming, right? Did you stream today, Odari? I can't remember what happens Odari stream. And then what's up, Mustafa? We got some folks hanging out in the chat on Behance, and that's great. And so on the Discord, all of these people who are in the chat right now, they're hanging out with us in the Discord all the time and sharing their work. And that's where we encourage each other to continue down the creative path. No matter what you're drawing, what you're painting, we want everybody to have fun being creative. And so that's in the list of things that I want to talk about. That's in the description of this video. So check out the links. All right, check out the links. And then since Modari was having an intergalactic stream, we were mortal. We're not able to see. You're so crazy. I had tech issues, says Modari. Oh man, let's talk about it when you get a chance. All right, so there's a monthly art challenge happening in the Discord. I want you to check that out and check the links in the description. Also, there's a Vector Maestros, the boot camp, where I spend 4 hours. We and I will spend 4 hours together going over vector art. Anything you want to talk about when it deals with art, digital art, and the business of art, I have a system, and it's a 4-hour session, and I have a Black Friday sale going on for that. All right, not trying to sell anybody anything, but it's there, and it's in the description of the video. Check it out. You can go through the link, and it goes to the Vector Maestros website. Go to the blog, and you'll see it right then and there. The latest blog on the website for our boot camp. Boom. All right. So I do like to draw, and this is what we're here to talk about today. Drawing digitally with your devices. There's so much stuff you can do out there, and I already draw. And I got a compliment today about my drawing that's here right now. Boom, that's great. I feel good about it. But I've been playing around with Procreate Dreams, an animation app. I'm not an animator. I've worked in animation projects, but as a 2D illustrator where I draw something and then somebody else animates it. Well, I played around with animation just because I want to, just because I think it's cool. And I want to see my characters move. You know, I want to see them like, you know. And I can't afford to pay George Lucas to do it. So... But there's apps out there, and man, this app, Procreate Dreams, just came out early this week, and there it is. I'm gonna show it to you. And I started playing around with it, and man, oh my gosh! Now it's a little difficult because I'm not used to animating, so I'm not sure where all the tools and what should be there. But I did watch a couple of YouTube videos that go over the very basics. Like, oh, and so I only know how to do animation, the kind where, you know, remember the flip, you know, you flip like that, and so it's a frame by frame. It's called frame by. So I know how to do that, and so so that's what I've been playing with. All right, so let's see. Let's double check the chat. We're good. Okay, let me pop that out so that I can see what you guys are saying. All right, and open up and show you what I've been working on. So this is an iPad 11. It's a little iPad. I like it. I enjoy it. I have my Apple Pencil. I do like to wear sometimes a glove because it's touch, so it's going to register a touch, and I don't want it to do stuff without my permission. All right, so here's Procreate Dreams. So there's my project, and let me show you what I've done so far. All right, so let's start from the beginning. There's my movie. Watch my movie. And bam, there it is. It's a simple animation just to set the stage of what's happening. That's it. I just want to show here's what's happening, here's what's going on. Now, I do have a character. His name is Sketchy, and he has a sketchbook for a head, right? So once you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, the Sketchyverse is where you'll find that kind of artwork. Have characters, and so I wanted to do something to figure out the app and figure out what I could possibly do, and so I thought of this as very simple and easy, and I didn't take my time like to create a big environment and super duper characters. Like, no, no, no. When you look at animators out there in the Disney stuff and whatever, you can always sometimes find where they did the sketches, the animation of the sketches and stuff, right? That's a very rough because and I'm not an animator, experienced animator who's done stuff and learned. So I'm guessing by looking that they test out like can what could the bear do or the Mickey Mouse or whatever. How they want them to move across the screen, and is it what you want? And once you decide the composition, the speed and all, the timing and all of that, then they're like, okay, well now we start coloring, now we start drawing for real. So and that's how art begins, anyways. You kind of sketch it out, you kind of take a look at it and see if that's what you want. And so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to can I at least sketch this out. Now, the first thing I did is not it's not in this one, different iPad. The first one that I did, it was very rough. I just drew the letter D, and I wanted to see the letter D. I was like, that's cool, but it was terrible because I didn't know what I was doing. So I watched a few videos. Yeah. And I was like, oh, so that's how you do that. That's how you do that. And I said, well, let me do it. And so here's exactly what we're looking at. So here, down here in the bottom is the timeline. So all these are timelines, and each timeline has something. And so that way, if my character is right here, I I don't have, and then I want him to be right here. I don't have to like redraw the background for the part that he just left. So you draw the background in one of these. You draw so there's a boombox and a backpack. So there's the backpack. There's the boombox, and so the boombox size right there because that's where he drops off the boombox. So he walks in the frame and then puts the boombox down, and then as it goes down, oh, there's a spot missing right there. Now that boombox stays there. So I started to create the different timelines. I forget what they're called. I guess this is the whole thing. It's a timeline. Yes, so the frames, right? But they live on a timeline, and I want to. It's called a track. A track. So each one of those are tracks, and if I flip this sideways, it's actually better. But how it's gonna look? Let me fix the this. And so the tracks have each one of those things. And so I can go in like this. I can see what is, what's on there. And I guess I could actually change the name. No, it doesn't. All right. And so each track is something. So those two are there. And then this is the let's see here, boom, the letter D. Yeah, so there's the line. See that line? There it is. So that's where the line starts, where he's going up like this, my character. And as he goes down the line, there it is. So there's the letter D. Boom, see that? Turn it off and on. And I was like, oh snap. Now I did this tracks are in the wrong order because my character is back here. And once I start coloring in the background, he's gonna get lost because you gotta think of this as layers. And if you know anything about construction paper, you don't have to understand anything else but construction paper. You have the one color here, and then you do a cutout, and then you have the other color there, and then you see a picture. And that's what layers is. It's a stack of different things that when you look at the picture like that, it's like, oh, I get it. I see what it is now. Turkey. Like when in kindergarten, remember kindergarten? Everybody did turkeys. And so with your hand, right? And so on. And so this is the same thing. These tracks are layers. And so depending on the order that you have them, then some things are gonna stay in the front, some things are gonna stay in the back. So I don't have that worked out all the way yet, but here's where it's really, really cool. And this was gonna be my next step. And I'm gonna try to find a time to stream this because it's really awesome. And the fact that this app is like very simple for new people like me, but also has the things that allow you to sit there and create something that could look good. If you're into drawing, because it takes a lot of drawings. This is 10 seconds, and it's 12 frames a second. That's 120 drawings. Oh my god. Yeah. So, but here's what I mean, right? So here's my character. He's going down like this, frame the D part, the letter D, the belly of the D. And so I'm looking at this frame inside this track. There he is, off and on, off and on. And so now what I want to do is on the top right. Oh, it went away. Oh, you guys tell me something. All right. So there's the guy. He's there. All right. So on the top right, you'll notice that there's layers. There's the setup for layers. So with this now lets me control the opacity of my guy. Dark, light. Not only that, I can do a new layer. The old layer, let me turn it down like this. This new layer is right there, and I can turn off onion skin. So this is the new layer, the old layer down there. New layer, I can choose a different brush. Want inking, and about ink bleed studio pen. That one. Let's go. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, good. I like it. Turn down the size. Goes okay. A little bit more, right? Like that. I'm not gonna go through all the settings. There's a bunch of other stuff, and it crashed. It crashed because this is an iPad 11. It's not super duper. Oh, here we go. But it doesn't. Nothing was lost. Constantly saving. Ooh, otherwise we'd be mad. I'm like, man, bro, what's going on here? All right, get back to drawing. There he goes. All right. So this is the sketch, and this is my new drawing. There's my brush. There's the studio pen that I selected. I guess I can't go too fast, otherwise it's gonna crash. Like, yo, man, tripping. All right. So now I can redraw my character. I'm just gonna do the head because I'm not. This is not a long string. I just wanna show you what the possibilities are. So now I did the head. Right. This is the head. I'll even do the spray can. Spray can. And I'm gonna have to like redo the hand and the fingers, and it's a mess. I don't know how I'm gonna do all that, but we're gonna do it. All right, right. So there it is. So that's in that layer. So I can turn off the sketch layer. The sketch layer is gone. New layer. Now I can get a color. Mexican brown skin. Right. So I start filling in the brown. Oh, yeah, bucket in. Not gonna be perfect because we're trying to prove a point. Boom, boom. But see, like, so now you can see the brown is going over the black, right? But that's okay because I can switch layers. Come on now. Oh, there's a way. All right, there's done it before. There we go. Oh, won't let me. I know it's somehow, somewhere, a way to. What if I did one now? There. Did I run out of layers? Can't be because I have. Let me see. Delete that. Oh, so I get 3 layers. So that's something new. Wasn't sure. I didn't know that. So that's crazy. So here plus. All right, now I'll draw the brown. But I wasn't able to switch the order of the layers but I still did it anyway by creating a new layer under the black outline. This one, this second layer 2 has the brown. Something to figure out. This this app just came out a few days ago, and so they're doing updates. Like every other day, there's a new update because they're adding a bunch of more stuff. All right, and I'm a simple guy, so I really don't know how to do much. All right, got it. Change the color. Boom. I can turn off the sketch. So eventually, I will have drawn my guy all the way through with the color and with the outline, and I'm gonna have to. I have to. I'm gonna have to do that over and over and over again, over and over, all the way through all of these. Oh, I hope to have more layers than 3, but anyways, and if anything, what I could do is track. I have a new track up here, and I can create more layers on this track right there, and I can move this. Oh, there was. There it goes. In the track. Boom. So if only each track or this drawing only has 3 layers. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so something happened that wasn't working before. Now it's working. I can still stack the tracks. And though I want to be able to move layers around, so it's not letting me do it. Usually you can tap and then drag. Anyways, this is what I'm doing with my character and using an app like Procreate Dreams. It's $20 for the app, and if you already have an iPad, then just spend $20. Next thing you know, you can do stuff. And let me show you what other people, not me. And they provide like these examples of what other people. The beginning, play it. Boom! Look at that. Somebody drew that in here. What? That's like big time animation stuff. I'm sure they have more time than me. They have more time than me to do this. Crazy. Yeah, right? It's amazing. And so basically today's stream is all about, my progress with Procreate Dreams. I want you to go ahead and follow Delta Tango Mike on Instagram, Twitter, wherever, and I'm posting my progress as I'm working on it. I just started, and I did notice that it crashes on this iPad. This is an iPad 11. I do have an iPad Pro, the big size, and a ton more RAM, so it has more power to be able to run this better. And I don't know if that's an issue, but this iPad, I got it used from somebody who sold it to me on Facebook and stuff, and so I met them in person, and there's something wrong with it from the get go. I noticed that when I'm drawing, that there's a little skipping that happens, and sometimes it gets hot, and so I was like, it wasn't perfect when I got it anyway. Maybe it's not. Yeah, 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 and so maybe it's not Procreate's fault. Maybe it's the iPad. Come on, iPad. It'll be okay. Um, but it's still super cool that you're able to do something like this, and and I was talking to another artist earlier, and Eric, he works here at Binders, and we're talking about he's been an artist for 50, and artist for 40 some years, and it's like back in the day, if you wanted to work in animation or something, you had to get in on a studio. And they didn't have like tools that you could just buy in the store. They had big machines and big pieces of glass, and like you had to work at Disney or something like that to have access to some of those things. And so nowadays we have all these extra tools that we can draw on. And the last thing I'm gonna show you is just how I can draw on my phone. Look, I'm gonna share my screen here. See, go to the people on. Let's see. Hi, start podcast. There it goes. All right, start the next one. As I know. Oh, oh, this phone doesn't do that because it's too old. Talking about old phones, this is an iPhone 7. This is an iPhone. Hey, now draw with the iPhone 7, yo. Come on, I know you could do it. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, all right. Yeah, right. No, man, it's cool. Okay, I'll use a different phone. Let me see. I'll use mine. All right, fine, fine. This is go elements goes. Got it. See my phone now. Got it. And now I'm gonna share this to internets. It's all about the apps. All about the apps. Oh, not that one. Hmm? Goes? Okay, cool. You guys can see my phone, the internet. And when you guys start following me and seeing my videos, you'll notice it happens. It's a live stream. And all right, so I have a cheapie. It's like $20 stylus from Amazon, and I'm draw. And this is it on, and now look, I can swipe on my screen, right? Boom. So go to Fresco. Goes to the Fresco. I gotta put my glasses on. And let's start a new custom size. I can tell it what size I want, inches. I like to work in 6 inches by 6, and all of my art ends in vector, so it doesn't have to be like a particular specific pixel size. But I do like working at 300. Got it right, and then I can 6 by 6. Boom, and I'm using this stylus right here. You can use your finger, and there's the pencil, and I can start drawing my character. Not gonna be a masterpiece, not right now, but if this is all I had, I would make a masterpiece with this. You know, sheesh. Yeah, unless you got money. If you got money, go to the store. Get me one too. Yeah, man. You never know. There might be somebody rich like, damn, I got you. Ah! Maybe one of you is rich. All right, all right. So there it is. Look, all of a sudden, there I am doing my drawing on my phone. Let's go, says Tom. That's right. Design brand, how you doing? Animation for any kind of VRAM size is very important. That's right, RB. That's why maybe the 11 is not so good for it. But yes, Procreate Dreams. Thank you, Roya, for stopping through. Thank you, Odari. And but yeah, it's still, to me, the advantage is that if you have something, some kind of device, and you were creative and you want to start exploring digital art, start looking at what you have now and see what it is that you're able to get. And like I said, this is a cheap $20 Amazon pen. I bought two because I liked it. It was like, oh, that works so good. And so I bought two, and I've been addicted to pens all my life. And so I got dozens of different kinds of pens and markers and so on. And so, but yo, man. And then, there goes down the opacity. There we go. Plus. Now, the only thing you're not going to get is pressure sensitivity. And that's because it's not made that way. And I did say this earlier before we started. The day that Apple adds pressure sensitivity to the iPhone with the Apple Pencil, oh my gosh, that's it. I'll be super happy. But I do have, and what did I do with that phone? I do collect phones, buy what I can, and I can. So I have a Microsoft Surface Duo. Oh my gosh! So if you have Android phones, you can still draw, and you can still use a cheapy pen. But in my case, I do have a Surface pen, and I got a couple of them actually. I have the skinny Surface pen right here. Oh, skinny. Boom, there it goes, and I can use it on this device. It might be dead, but I do have another. This is the other Surface pen. This one works, and I can turn on the what you're sharing and so on. In any case, when you come through to Binders and get to hang out, we get to play with some devices, explore the art, and figure out what can we do to empower ourselves to follow that creative path with what we have. you have money, go spend it. But if you don't, and you want to slowly build up, and I didn't buy all this stuff at one day. In one day, you know, I did slowly find things, find deals, and buy things when I can. And before you know it, you'll have the tools that you need. But until you start with what you have, you don't know what you need, and so you'll get stuck buying whatever popular, YouTuber is saying, and they're like, oh, $5,000 for a Cintiq. Oh my gosh, what? Like, that's cool. And when I was starting out as an artist, I wanted to be a comic book artist. I wanted to be a professional artist. And so you notice what another artist has, like, they need to go buy that. Like, yeah, that's cool if you have the budget for it, but, some things are a little expensive. Just walking out of here at the store is hard to walk through it and not buy something until you feel your pockets like, yeah, I'm going to have to wait on that. Because it's expensive. It gets to be pricey. So start what you have, figure out what you like, and then understand what you're going to need so that as time goes on, you start collecting and start buying, and then you start continuing to. I'm DTM, Delta Tango Mike. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate you. Thank you, Tom, for stopping through. Garrett, Odari, RB, Designs Brand. Let's see, Roya. I got to say a shout out to all you folks coming through. And remember, there's a bunch of links in the description of the video. And so if you want to learn more about digital art, you want to learn more about what you can do, your talents and creativity, come on, join us in the Discord. It's free. Join me on my live streams. That's free. Or get that one-on-one creative and app drawing education so that you can jump in and get to working on projects that you want to work on. Mondays, I'm working on a comic book project. On Wednesdays, on my streams, I'm working on the Skully, and I finished that Skully. As a matter of fact, let me see, where is it? It's right here. I'm gonna show it to you. I finished that skull, and I posted it on the Discord. So if you've been on the Discord, you'll see this. And if anything, but if you're not seeing it, there it is. It's this. I did this on the iPad, not the iPhone. Crazy. But it's all finished. I actually finished this last night. I worked on it in Illustrator, and then I already ordered my T-shirt because I love my art. I want to wear my artwork. I want my stuff that has my art and my stuff. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's what I teach in that one-on-one creative class and workshops and sessions. And right now I have a boot camp sale going on. All right, thank you everybody for hanging out. I appreciate you. And then you're in ATL, come on through to Binders every other week. I'm here. So the next one, it'll be in a couple of weeks. So there it is. What a beautiful skull this is. Thank you, RB. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like it. We're going to talk about it here. See y'all later. Until next time, catch you on the flip side.